All right, so part of having good audio is optimal mic positioning. And to do that, you need a good mic boom. Now, this mic boom that I found just by browsing Amazon is called a ThronMax, and it's an incredible mic boom. It's actually a ThronMax Zoom, and I'm gonna be talking about that today, so stick around. What's good, guys? Welcome back. Ken here. You're watching Original Dobo. And today we're not talking about drones or anything. I wanted to talk a little bit about this ThronMax mic boom that I got here on the desk. I posted a picture of it on Twitter and a lot of people had a lot of questions about it. So I figure I would talk a little bit more about the experience I've had with it since using it for over a week or so. So the reason why I picked this up was because I had a Rode PSA-1 mic boom and it was a decent mic boom, but it wasn't very tall, and I always felt like the positioning of it was a bit awkward, and when I was done using it, it still took up a lot of space and my mic would stick out still about this far. Now, when I switched over to the Shure SM7B, I wanted to work with the mic in this underslung mode, so when I'm doing my live streams, I can position the mic in a more comfortable manner. With the Rode PSA-1, I really couldn't do it with my current desk setup because I have a wall right here. So I found this mic boom on Amazon. It's $69.99, and I think it's an absolute steal. So it's a singular monotube design with two tension points, one at the top, one at the bottom. And then you also have a tension point here for the actual mic itself. So you can position this in almost any fashion that you see fit. Another thing I really like about it, there is built-in cable management for this tube. So you actually have 1, 2, 3 cable management pieces up top here, and then 3 along the back side. And the channel allows you to fit a standard XLR cable in there or a USB cable, which I can really appreciate. Now the mic arm extends just about 40 inches or so, which is one of the larger sized mic arms that I've seen on the market today. Unless if you went with something a little bit more professional, and then you're going to spend probably upwards to about $300 but for this price, this thing works. I love the clearance that it provides on the desk. I have a good solid 3 inches of clearance before we get to the actual boom itself. I can position this up a little bit higher if I actually wanted to, and then I can also increase the tension if I see fit. And I think right about there works well for me. Now, I never have to worry about this thing slacking around or dropping on me. Once you set the tension, it's pretty much good to go. Now, a good thing about this is you don't have to loosen the tension to put it away, but you do need to tighten the tension a little bit when you bring it back out for use. So for instance, if I'm going to put this away, I need to go ahead and loosen the tension on the back of this here. Now, once you set the appropriate pressure and tension, you're not going to have to worry about it slipping or slacking or falling down. It stays basically right where it's at. I've had it like this for a couple of days actually, and it's been completely fine. So it can hold most of your heavy mics. With the larger Yeti mics, you may get a little bit of sag. This Shure SM7B is actually pretty heavy, and I haven't had really any problems with it, but I think it's absolutely perfect. I love how the XLR cable routes perfectly around the back, and I don't really have to worry about, you know, unnecessary wires on my desktop, and it just looks clean and it sort of fills out the overall aesthetic. So if you've been looking for a mic boom arm for your setup, for your condenser microphone,
20 minutes later.
So I just quickly wanted to go ahead and film this really quick and show you this. So the cable for the ThronMax actually snapped on me. So that's the cable right there. This cable runs through that center channel. So it runs all the way through this thing right here. And in adjusting it, it just snapped. Now the main portion of the cable, which is right here, this is like a standard tension cable. So you can see it's a flexi cable, and it broke right there. So it just frayed. It's a very thin cable, and it connects all the way to the bottom of this, and it just sort of mounts with what looks like a screw, singular screw holds that in. So I mean, maybe I could get a cable and fix this, maybe a thicker gauge cable, but I don't know how I would get around this right here. This is actually a metal wound cable. I think it's just crimped. It is. It looks like it's just crimped to a flex cable. So I mean, I could probably uncrimp it and make a better cable connection here, but I don't know if it's actually worth it. I think that ThronMax should have used a better cable, because if I broke this and I wasn't being very hard on it, a lot of other people are probably going to break it. So it's a very aesthetically pleasing mic boom, but with that major flaw, I don't know how many other people will break theirs just like that. I know a lot of people saw this on Twitter and thought it was a great idea, but after, you know, this whole situation, I don't know if I could really recommend it. I actually just went back to my knockoff Rode PS1, which is this right here. This is just a knockoff Rode. I mean, it works. I mean, it's not the most beautiful looking mic arm in the world, but it'll get the job done. And this one doesn't actually use any cables. This has got that old wire type. So, I mean, the tension it's one lock tension, which, I mean, it's a little bit less fiddly if you just want to get your mic, you know, in place and good to go. But wow, a little bit disappointed in that. So that's the remnants of it. Damn, go figure. I make a video and it breaks.